Hello and welcome to step 6. You know what to do. Open. Step 6, open. Now in this step what we're going to do is you're going to do some curtain panels by pattern, and this is going to be the first part, which includes type parameters. The second part will be in step 7. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is go up to the File tab and we're going to hover over Open, and then we're going to go to Family. Your library category window will open, and what we're going to do is going to go to Curtain Panel by Pattern, so double click into this, and we're going to choose Curtain Panel Rectangle Surface. Once you've selected that, press Open. The user interface will change. You'll notice there's no architectural tab, structural tab, etc. We're actually in a family editor, which is an adaptive component family. So when we placed the rectangle windows in our last video, in our last training session, as well as our diamond adaptive family onto our building, it was made within this environment. Now what's also important to remember is that when we placed this family, we did it in 4 clicks. So if you hover over these individual planes, these point planes here, you'll notice they have a little number on them. So it says 1, 2, 3, 4. They're the order of clicks that you place in the model. Some families can be incredibly advanced, and I've come across families that have had over 40 individual point clicks to place in a model, such as the soffit of a stairs that shows plasterboard, etc. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hover over this surface. You might have to press tab to find it. Once you've found it, I want you to delete it, because what we're going to do is create a diamond shape, so we didn't need that base form there. The next thing we're going to do is go up to the very top and choose reference line, and what we're going to do is we're going to draw between this point and this point, and then press escape. And once you've done that, I'd like you to go back up to the top to the draw area and choose this little button here that says point element. Click that. Then find the center point of the line that we've just drawn. It should come up as a purple triangle, and I want you to just place it there. Once you've done that, press escape twice. Now from here, if we just rotate our view a little bit and then press in negative space so nothing is selected, and I want you to select the point that you've just created, and you'll notice that the reference plane has arisen and the user interface has gone green. With that reference plane still highlighted, I'd like you to go very up to the top and choose reference line again and select it, and then go vertically up, and you should have a dotted line to show you that you're going vertical. The line length doesn't matter at the moment, so just click anywhere, and if it's a line chain, press escape twice to exit the command. Now as this will be a parametric family of a diamond, we can control the depth and height of our diamond with this reference plane. So to do that, if we go up to the top here, you'll see the measurement tool, and it also can be found under the create tab here, align. So you select your align dimension, and if you select this middle line here, and then with the tab button until you find the very point, I just press the tab button once, click again, and pull the dimension out into negative space. Once you've done that, press escape twice. Now my dimension on my screen says 620. It might be different on your screen, it doesn't matter. So if you select your dimension, and you'll notice up the top the user interface has gone green, and in the middle we have label and it says none. So what we want to do is create a new label, and you'll see a little button just beside it that says create parameter. So we select that, a new window opens, and this is how we can control our parameters and create parameters. So what we're going to do is name this parameter height. So in the parameter field name, type in height, and just like I showed you in stage 1, where I showed you the difference between type parameters and instance parameters, I showed you that with the doors. This is going to remain a type parameter so that we can control every single family within our model. Now at present it says height here, and if you go down to the bottom it says group parameter under. Well, it is a dimension, so we want to keep that, but if you select this you can see lots of other parameters that are preloaded into Revit. So you can have like text files, visibility, layers, graphics, etc, etc. But for now we'll just leave it as a dimension, and then once you've done that, press OK. Now if you zoom in slightly, you'll see that this dimension has now been updated with the word height equals 620. We can actually change that. So if we go over here to our family types and click this button here, a new window will open, and you will see our parameter dimensions has arrived, height 620. So we can change this. If we type 800 and then press apply, you'll notice on our screen that our reference line has updated to 800. Once you've done that, press OK. Now as our four sides to this diamond parameter window needs to talk to this endpoint, what we have to do is we have to go up to the very top in the drawer section under modify and click point, and then place it right smack at the bang at the top. Once you've done that, press escape, and now we want to do is select the dot, and then with our control button select this other placement point. And with those two selected, if we go over to our draw section, and if you choose spline through points and click, you will notice that it automatically adds a line. So we're going to do that to the other 3 points. So we select our middle point, then our other placement point, and then go up to spline through points, and again. So we'll continue to do that on all of them. Now once you've done all of them, I'd like you to press in negative space so nothing is selected. Now just like in our last video training session, what we want to do is create 4 sides to this diamond. So basically we're going to create a form, and so if we select 3 sides of a triangle, you'll notice that the user interface will turn green, and just like before we have a create form button. So if we select that, you'll notice we have 2 options at the bottom. We don't want a thickness to this window, so we're just going to make it as a surface. So if you click here, you'll notice our new surface has arisen. So we want to do that on the other 3 sides, so I'll let you do that now. So you select all 3 sides and then create form and surface. Again, all 3 sides, create surface, and then the very last one, create surface. Okay, once you've done that, I'd like you to click in negative space, and then from here, if we select our dimension and go into the number field and type in 1000 and then click in negative space, you'll be able to test and see if all 4 sides of this pyramid are affected by the dimension. So on mine it looks like it's all good and it's working. So click in negative space so nothing's selected. Right, now everything's finished, what we're going to do is load it into our project. So right at the top it says load into project. Press this button. It will be loaded in quite quickly, and we're going to add it to this facade face of our current mass. So we select our mass, we press edit in place at the top, then we select our facade surface here. You may have to use the tab button to find it. Once that's selected, go right up to the top and choose divide surface, and you'll see the update that we have. Now in the options bar at the top, we're going to change the U grid from 10 to 50, and then press in negative space so nothing is selected, and you'll see exactly what we've done. Now if we select our surface again, and over in the properties palette you'll see here it has no pattern. So what we're going to do is we'll select this and then scroll down until you find curtain panel rectangular surface solid. Click this. It may take a while for it to load in. Once it's loaded, I'd like you to press in negative space and then zoom in to see what you've created. Now don't forget that these pyramid window families are parametric because we added a height dimension. So if we select our surface again and then go over to our properties palette and press edit type, you will see that our window is opened and it says dimension height is currently at 1000, 1.0. So let's change that to 1.5 and then press apply. Again, it might take a little while. Once that's done, you'll see it's updated naturally in your model area. And you will see it's quite cool. Okay, that concludes this part. So I'd like you to close the 3D project, do not save, and I'd like you to close the 3D window of our family editor and do not save. And we'll see you in the next one.